Michael Jordan say despite being a GOAT and having 6 rings, he ain't touched the basketball in years. But he's back to do what he can for the YNs. Everybody coming after him. Feels like he has a moral obligation to the game. Let's get into the content, fam.
You never really know when you're in the prime of your career how much time you really do not have for family. That's what I have time to do now. I mean, the most valuable asset I have is time. Right. So that's probably why you don't see enough of me, because that time I'm trying to spend with family members and things that I've been missing out on for such a long time.
Do you ever pick up a ball and just shoot?
I haven't picked up a ball in years.
No, come on. Just like walk past. There's got to be a hoop somewhere at your place.
You don't see a hoop anywhere around here, right?
I don't. Wait,
It's a
seriously,
reason.
the last time you picked up a basketball and shot it?
I was at the Ryder Cup,
Yeah.
and I rented a house from the owner.
Sure.
He came over to do pictures. He had grandkids. And I was meet and greet, and thank him for allowing me to stay in the house. And he had a basketball court. He says, I want you to shoot 1 free throw. I said, really? And I already paid for the house. It's not like he got to see me. So when I stepped up to shoot the free throw, it's the most nervous I've been in years.
Stop it.
In years.
Stop it. Come on.
And the reason being is those kids heard the stories from the parents about what I did 30 years ago.
Right.
So their expectation is 30 years prior, and I haven't touched the basketball.
I hope you switched it.
Absolutely. I got the most gratifying of that made my whole week is that I was able to please that kid, not knowing if I could.
So you let us bring a camera or two to your place here to talk to you about basketball. Why do you want to share what you're thinking about basketball now?
It's pay it forward. I have an obligation to the game of basketball, not financially. I'm okay. I mean, I think more or less from as a basketball player is to be able to pass on messages of success and dedication to the game of basketball.
Still love it?
Love it like you wouldn't believe. I mean, in all honesty, I wish I could take a magic pill, put on shorts, and go out and play the game of basketball today. Because that's who I am. That's that type of competition, that type of competitiveness is what I live for, and I miss it. I miss that aspect of playing the game of basketball. Being able to challenge myself against what people see as great basketball. But it's better for me to be sitting here talking to you as opposed to popping my Achilles and I'm in a wheelchair for a while.
But it's nice to be able to share the things that can still make the game great going forward from your perspective.
Yeah, I think one of the things why I did this is as professional athletes, we have an obligation to pay it forward. That's part of what, this is all about is to pass it, pay it forward.
Look, that's Jordan. Put some respect on his name. Yeah, put some respect on his name. The man say he giving it all to his family for all the days that he missed. Look, that really hit close to home. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. That's the realest team you'll ever hear a billionaire nigga say. Let's just be honest, bro. And that's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT, bro. I had to share the message. Why? Man, for years, people thought it was Michael Jordan, the basketball player that was putting the money into private prisons. Turns out it's a white man. You know what I mean? It ain't even that Mike, bro. Ain't even that Mike. Ain't no salt has ever been thrown on Michael Jordan's name other than the fact that he didn't want to sign Chamillionaire shoes. When everybody that thought Mike Jordan was an asshole, you were probably right. You know what I mean? Man, the nigga played basketball. The nigga ain't never told you he was so fucking friendly. He was arguing and fighting on that court to win, bruh. He's the mind of a champion, my nigga. Yeah, so nigga tell you to fuck off because you want some fucking shoes signed? Nigga, we're at a party. We're the fucking party. I don't care if you just bought these motherfuckers at an auction. They ain't my shoes. They just got my name on them. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, fam. That money didn't go to Jordan pockets. You know what I mean? Even if it did, he would know or notice. Look, drop it in the comments. Shout out Michael Jordan, fam. He's the GOAT. On top of that, he's doing what he can. That was my biggest gripe with him. That he ain't never trained nobody or nobody can say, man, Jordan helped me get here. Now, might be able to say something, sing a different tune in a couple years, because, yeah, he's giving back, bro. And him not touching the basketball, look, you can't expect a nigga to hoop for the rest of their life. Now, I would have thought he had a goal. I would have thought he was at least spinning the ball or bouncing it through his legs while sitting on the couch or something, but if he don't want it, he don't want it. You know what I mean? Real shit, nigga. You gotta reinvent yourself. He ain't the same basketball playing Mike. You know what I mean? What niggas gotta understand. Look, shout out Michael Jordan. It was a pleasure to hear that man speak. Yeah, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It was a pleasure to hear that man speak and to know that he got his morals and principles intact and giving it all to his family, bro. It's commendable, salutable, you know what I mean? Salutable. Everybody should be like Mike. You know what I mean? Real shit. Maybe we wouldn't have so many broken homes and fucked up people in the world, because the family structure has to be right. Yeah, it has to be right at home. Home has to be right. You got to instill values, morals, principles into all your loved ones. Drop it in the comments. Cards from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe, man. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.